Hello, my beautiful Virgo. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates. Never force anything, okay? And know on my channel, you always get the message that you need to hear. Sometimes you get the message that you want to hear, but you will always get the message that you need to hear because I like to go deep. I don't just like to look and see what your person thinks about you, how they feel, what they're going to do. Or I like to look and see what their spiritual blocks are, what your spiritual blocks are. What is the spiritual connection? Why is this person in your life? Why are you playing out a karmic theme with this person? And what are you supposed to be learning? Because it'll help you heal the effects of any trauma. Whenever we go through a traumatic experience in a relationship, we wind up needing to heal. Because what happens is that we become afraid. It becomes very difficult to be present and in the moment in a relationship when you have gone through traumatic experiences. It's the brain, the reptilian mind is a big part of your brain, and it's all about survival. And its job is to sense out any outside stimuli that corresponds with a trauma. So when you have been in a relationship with someone that's gaslit you, or someone that has lied repetitively or cheated, again, gaslight, then what happens is we begin not to trust ourselves. And so this person, that would be known as a karmic mate, that person came into your life to teach you, and they're teaching you, unfortunately, through pain and suffering. So you can break karmic cycles. And when you break karmic cycles, you break karmic contracts. A lot of times we keep going through the same undesirable life experience with different karmics. And so over time, when we don't learn, we find ourselves in a karmic contract with a karmic. And that's where we're like literally bound to someone that it's really difficult to leave that type of connection, because that person that you have been bound to has eaten away at your self-esteem to a point that you don't believe in yourself anymore. That's what really happens when we are in a karmic contract type of relationship. Now, I don't know why I'm feeling a lot of that energy. We'll see. I don't know. But I'm going to pull out again the name of the game. I'm like the word of the day, and that's going to be from my Psychic Soul Healer Oracle deck. And you're going to write this word in your comment bar if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me. You'll also know that this is going to be the word, and as you can see, it's patience. That is the underlining energy to your reading. So again, I'm feeling as if someone wants you to be patient with them. Let's see how that plays out. Let's see why that plays out. Why is someone asking you to be patient with them? And what are they going to do if you are patient? And what do you need to look out for if you decide to pursue this any further than what it is right now? Okay, without further ado, let's see what's going on with your situation. Like that song, what's going on, what's going on? And so patience, there's a sense that I'm feeling also like you don't know what's going on. That's why I'm hearing that song, like what's going on, what's going on. It's like and this person's holding back from you. So my inner child was wounded when my parents couldn't respond to me in the way I needed them to. I am reacting from that wound. So I believe that you are connected to somebody that is connected to a karmic that was in a karmic contract. And that's why they want you to be patient with them, because they have so many mixed, they don't like this karmic. They don't have emotional feelings for this person anymore. However, they've almost been conditioned, because they've been with this person for so long, to feel bad, to fix them, to do for them. And so, like I said, I feel like they didn't get enough in their childhood, so they tend to come in and overgive and overdo, and they did that to the wrong person. And so this person, again, this relationship has been over for a long time, but it's almost like karmic contract. The lesson needs to be learned where your person honors and loves themselves enough and believes in themselves enough. And when I say love themselves enough to know that they're deserving of a good relationship, that they don't need to be stuck with somebody that, they're not really being fulfilled from. They shouldn't be guilted. Our love is eternal. It exists in every dimension and cannot be lost. So again, this is like, in order for this person to get out of the connection that they are in fully with this karmic, you had to come into their life, because this is a soulmate twin flame connection that, again, they recognize you from a past life. I feel like they've tried to walk away several times. They can't walk away. They recognize it. And they definitely see a big difference between you and the karmic. Words have hurt me in the past, and that's why I fear talking to you. Yeah, I feel like even in the past, they come across as if they're very confident, but they're so insecure. That's number one. And so you have to watch what you say to this person and how you say things to them, because they take things the wrong way. They're connected to a karmic that beat them down all the time. So this person believes that. So they don't realize that they actually look for things that make them perceive that other people judge them. They do this unconsciously because they were in an environment that did that. I also believe that they grew up with a parent that was very judgmental. So they have repeated this karmic pattern. I'm accessing past life wisdom. It's helping me to understand things with a new perspective. Again, that is what twin flame soulmates do. That, how do we heal? We heal through seeing a different perception of ourselves, our situation, romance, life. Finding out the truth crushed me. I feel like, again, they really believed in that person that they were connected to. That karmic really had them fooled and manipulated. I feel like that karmic would pretend to be so nice and so loving and so caring and act like a friend, and then use all that information against them. And so I think, again, the betrayal is another wound that they have. They have major trust issues, and they had trust issues before, but now they really have trust issues. You came closer than anyone. So it's, again, there's a sense that they don't know whether they're going to have the courage to come forward. They want you to be patient, but they don't really believe that you will be patient, because other people haven't been patient with them before. And so they're trying to convince themselves that this relationship is not going to work out so that they don't get hurt. I'm so attracted to you, but they can't help it. It's, again, because you can't control love. So it's not that this person doesn't have fears, and it's not like they didn't do a lot to make this relationship work or not work. I'm feeling, like I said, I felt like they were connected to a karmic, and there was a sense of, I don't really know what I want to do. I don't really know how to leave this. Can I make this work with this person? I've already invested a lot. It would be so much easier. I don't want to hurt anybody. So the karmic has them all wrapped up in their head. Karmic knows damn well that they do not want to be with them. They do not care. And so karmic cares a lot about what things look like from the outside. I wish I could take back my words. This person, like, I feel as if you tried to tell this person that they needed to get to know you. I'm feeling as if you wanted to create some sort of relationship, some sort of deeper bond by getting to know this person. They wouldn't let you get close because they had that karmic there. They were saying that they were not with this person anymore because they're not really with them. They don't want to be with them anymore, but it's almost like they still are reliant on them. So they're very codependent still with this person, and that's the problem. It's like they almost want this person there to like still take care of everything and still navigate their life, because that karmic beat them down to not trusting in what they think anymore. They don't trust themselves, they don't like themselves, they don't believe in themselves. So the karmic has convinced them that, why, you're going to go to somebody else, that person is going to get bored of you, you're not a good person, you weren't a good person to me. But then other times they act nice and sweet. And so the problem is that your person needs to get away from that environment. That's why there's a lot of back and forth. So, I mean, the only thing that would really be able to get this person away from this karmic is a twin flame soulmate, because that teaches unconditional love. And there's a lot of passion there. And passion is the only energy that has that fire element that will help transmute the wounds. And the wounds here are all about codependent and karmics, and you know, where your person does have feelings, but they would have to step it up. We will be together again. So in the back of their mind, I think that they do believe it, but they don't really know when. You speak to me through music, they can't shut it off. And that's why they're like, and I also am feeling like the karmic is like so freaked out because they were able to manipulate this person for so long that they had your person underneath the spell, twisted around in their, like around their finger, and was pretty cocky about it too. And the fact that your person isn't even listening to them now, and now I feel like they're recruiting other people. They're trying to talk bad about them to other people, so other people perceive them bad. They're doing everything to keep your person blocked. But unconditional love, like I said, this is a soulmate twin flame relationship. So, and your person is really attracted to you. So though they are fighting back and forth with themselves, because it would be a big change. It's not just going to affect their life when they change and move away and completely break this off with this karmic. But obviously whoever the karmic's connected to, that they were, that whole family is going to change a lot of people, is what I'm feeling, not just that karmic. I'm feeling, like I said, karmic brought in other people, which was kind of like a group of people that were always around, consider them family, though they weren't really family. And so your person is going to have to break away from everyone, and they know that. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. And the irony is that they know you're supposed to be in their life. They know why you're supposed to be in their life. And they also want this. Because they don't feel good where they are. They just don't know how to get out of it. They're so confused that part of them is like, feels bad and guilty and confuses guilt with love and feels obligated and isn't coming from a true sense of who they truly are, so they don't have a good self-esteem about themselves. So again, they get really confused. But what I'm seeing is, even though all that's going on, your person's still saying, I know we're going to be together again soon. I just don't know when. I know you're supposed to be in my life. I know you're spiritual. Like, we're learning from each other a spiritual lesson, and I don't even feel like your person's spiritual. So I have to look and see. I'm something in my tooth. I have to see what's going on with you. I'm sending you love and energy. Can you feel it? So I'm feeling like, Virgo, there's an intuitive knowing that you know that what this person is going through. So it's not that you don't get frustrated with this person, you do, but you have unconditional love for this person. And that's so, I wish I could take it back. So I feel like you were frustrated with this person. You said things again that were a little harsh, which is why they're also afraid to talk to you. So there's a sense of you wish that you could have taken it back. So you're learning how to be more compassionate and be more patient, because this person, I'm feeling it like they're if they're not younger, they're just emotionally not where you are. So we understand why you pulled this person into your life, why they're in your life. Our story isn't over yet. And you also believe that your story isn't over yet. So we know that there's spiritual blocks. Let's just look at the inner child wounds really fast to see again why the spirit has brought them into your life and you into their life. What are you both supposed to learn? And then we'll look and see the healing energy that you can bring in that will help to balance out the connection, since you both want to be in this connection. It looks like, Virgo, you're going to be patient. Like I said, even if it triggers you, you know that this person is your person. And that's what it is. A lot of times we don't like what it looks like. And so it's about learning to surrender, learning to understand what unconditional love is, that there's no ownership, there's no expectation, there just is. The person tried to ignore it a little bit, goes back and forth about what it's going to take, is fearful, but inevitably they want to do it. They're afraid. They have fear, but they have to go through the fear. They got to walk through the fire in order to get what they want. And they realize that that's a spiritual lesson. They know, inevitably know, it's going to bring them into a better version of themselves. So again, hope. You person, again, that inner child wound was hope. Maybe again, they didn't have any hope. They watched a parent suffer. They watched, I believe that your person actually didn't believe that they could be loved. Feeling like they believed that love was pain, because they've been connected to somebody that has not been fulfilled, has not fulfilled them, has gaslighted them. It was a karmic contract. And so when you're in a karmic contract, you feel drained. That's what it feels like. You feel like you're always giving and you get bored in the connection. And the other person is really the person that's benefiting. They're the one that's really in love. They're the one, but they know love as ownership. And that's the problem. So your person, of course, had commitment issues, was terrified to get into a commitment, but there's hope now. And I believe they also watched their parent not be in good relationship. And that happens sometimes when we witness a bad connection with someone that we love, and then we have our own bad relationships, then it's hard to have hope. So that's their inner child wound. And self-sabotage, again, ruining themselves, getting in their own way because they didn't have hope. A lot of times when people want love, but they don't believe that they can have love, this is why that happens. So they use self-sabotage unconsciously due to the fact that people were not patient with them and really didn't allow this person to have their process. Because the karmic doesn't let them have their process. So there's a sense of, I always have to lose myself if I'm going to be in a relationship. And so I want to be loved, but I don't want to be controlled. So the fear of being controlled, they keep getting in their own way. So that's what I felt. And just to be fair, I'm going to put these two cards back because I want to see what your two inner child wounds are. You know, that a lot of times like allows us to the cards that are flipped over, a card that's flipped over, I just want to flip that over. There we go. Trauma. So emotional trauma, maybe feeling never got picked, Virgo. Emotional trauma from not getting enough. And then here it is that this person like emotionally is not really that intelligent. So they tend to like hold back. They're afraid. They have a lot of wounds. So because of their past, you know, situation, they could also like not give you enough, can activate that trauma, can make you feel as if you're not chosen, like you're not important, that you get overlooked. Because remember, this person's used of, you know, someone that is very devouring of their energy. And I'm not feeling like you are that way. And because you weren't that way, it was good, because that's why this person realizes that you're their person. However, they tend to self-sabotage themselves because how they've been conditioned is to like do what other people want. And the more the dominant energy, the more that they give to that energy instead of a natural connection, a spiritual connection where they feel comfortable in. And that's mainly because they weren't afraid. So, but that's triggering to you. It activates your trauma. And that this just flipped over, anchor, and not being grounded because of it, right? So if you had trauma in childhood because your family wasn't there, or you didn't get the nurturing that you needed from your mother or your father or whoever, again, that caregiver, then you would be up in your head. You're up in your head. You're less rooted to your body, to the ground, and really that's what this is really all about. My inner child wounds, when my parents couldn't respond to me in the way I needed them to. I am reaching out from that wound. So I'm feeling like your person has that same wound that you have. It's the same exact wound, only they are grounded. You're not grounded. They overthink. They give little. They're too afraid that they're going to wind up in the same exact relationship that all the other relationships look like. And so they're always coming from that place, which is why they keep self-sabotaging the connection. That's why they want you to have patience with them. However, you have a lot of trauma from them. So we have to ask, what is a shadow that needs to be healed? Because again, this person will continue to keep triggering you unless you integrate that spiritual lesson. What are you supposed to be learning? And a lot of times you may say, well, it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't really want to, I don't really want to deal with the situation. But the truth of the matter is, if you don't deal with the situation with this person, you are going to have the same situation in another connection. So you have no choice but to do it. That's why we do this. So we say, again, what are your shadows? What are you supposed to be learning? Because that really is going to allow us to heal on a deeper level. And whether we're with this person or not, because you don't, if that someone's hurting you, but they keep not giving you enough emotional support, you wouldn't want to keep going back into that situation. So control, blaming, lecturing, criticizing, keeping score, or guilt tripping are just a few examples of controlling behavior. So again, due to your trauma and you not getting enough can trigger you into wanting to control the situation, which, by the way, would actually trigger your person because they just were in a relationship with someone that's very controlling. And again, judging and blaming, where this is what your person is afraid of. So that's the lesson that you are supposed to be learning. So just to be fair, we'll put the card back in to look and see what your person, or actually I could even use a different deck. So I like this deck. It's a real real shadow working deck. That's why I like it. But we'll use another one just to get different energy to see what would your person need to heal. Masquerade, they need to, again, like, be their true self, but like take off the mask. Stop coming from a fake persona. Stop breadcrumbing. Stop acting like you don't care. Be open, because that's really what it is. Your person has a very low self-esteem. And so because they have a low self-esteem, they don't want to be vulnerable. So how does this person not be vulnerable? They have a big ego. So they have to, again, lay down that ego. But it shows that they want to. So we say, okay, well, if both people, again, you don't control Virgo, want to control them, even though, again, you know that they love you, you know that they care, they just trigger you. And whether they, again, can really step into their true authentic self, then what does the universe tell us? What is the healing energy that the universe tells us? Again, success. I grow and thrive in the universe. I discover the purity of my heart and the higher wisdom that guides me towards victory. I direct my thoughts towards clarity and nurture wisdom, love, and goodness within me. I am free now and I succeed in my life. So this person and you are supposed to bring each other into the best versions of yourself. So again, to thrive within the world, to get out of a place of surviving, to integrate unconditional love, and to really, like I said, to put the energy more into yourselves, right? It's even though you have this connection, it's don't lose yourself in the connection. It's still focus on yourself, because, like I said, it doesn't mean that you and this person don't have blocks, and it doesn't mean that you're, just because you go through it once, that block, you're not going to get it again. So you stay true to yourself. Your person still needs to build their self-esteem. So this is why they have to do it. And you also need to, again, be in that frame of mind. Also, when we go into a frame of mind that we're going to be successful, 90% of the time we're successful, because our intention is that we want to be successful, and then our actions are going to follow that. We're going to be more patient. We're going to that manifestation of light. I see the beauty in me. I grow and develop my inner self in harmony with light and beauty. I free myself from negativity. My heart transforms. My intellect shines, and my inner light grows. So this is all about, again, you guys are coming into union to clear the ancestral karma that you both inherited, and the behaviorisms and habits that came from that. And I see that you both want to do that, and you both are going to integrate those things. I'm going to pull one more card just to see, even though I said I was going to end it. Let me just see. I want to just pull to see. I'm sorry for putting you in third-party situations. I'm miserable, but I don't have the courage to leave. So that is what is going on right now, as I said. But they are, again, trying to leave. They're trying to leave. And that I do believe that eventually they will leave. But it's not an easy thing. It's an unfoldment. And that's for some of you. And I'm sorry for being critical of you. I know I hurt you with my harsh words and actions. So they're in a place of regret. They're in a place of thinking about everything, but knowing that this relationship is the real deal. It's what they need to step into in order to be happy, in order to release all those blocks. I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.